America is facing a crisis. It's not just about inflation or gas prices or woke Starbucks cups. It's about something much deeper, something that strikes at the very heart of our communities. It's about our beloved restaurants shutting down one by one. These aren't just places to eat. They're places where memories are made, where families gather, and where friendships are forged. Family-friendly chains, places we used to enjoy, are filing for bankruptcy. The places where we celebrated birthdays, anniversaries, and simple get-togethers are disappearing. The American dream, served with a side of fries, is disappearing. The once bustling diners and fast food joints now stand empty, a ghostly reminder of better times. What's going on? Is it just bad management, or is it the result of a perfect storm of economic pressures and changing consumer habits? Or is there something more sinister at play? Could it be that larger forces are at work, reshaping the landscape of American dining for their own gain? The recent news of On the Border filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy should shock every freedom-loving American. This isn't just a business failure, it's a sign of the times. This isn't an isolated incident. It's part of a disturbing trend that's sweeping across the nation, leaving empty tables and broken dreams in its wake. It's a symptom of a larger disease plaguing our nation, a toxic mix of government overreach and economic mismanagement. If we don't address these issues soon, the casual dining apocalypse will only get worse. On the Border, known for its sizzling fajitas and bottomless chips, was once a thriving chain. They employed thousands of hardworking Americans, serving up delicious Tex-Mex fare. But their recent closure of 40 locations, followed by the bankruptcy filing, paints a bleak picture. The company cited numerous reasons for its struggles, but they all point to one thing: a hostile business environment created by government interference. One of the biggest myths perpetuated by the left is that raising the minimum wage helps the working class. They argue that by increasing the minimum wage, workers will have more money to spend, which will boost the economy. In reality, it does the opposite. Studies have shown that when the minimum wage is increased, many small businesses, especially in the restaurant industry, struggle to keep up with the rising labor costs. When you force businesses to pay their employees artificially high wages, they have to make tough decisions. Often this means cutting hours, laying off staff, or even closing down entirely. Those costs are passed on to the consumer. As a result, menu prices go up, and customers are faced with higher bills. This discourages people from dining out as frequently. Menu prices go up. People eat out less, and ultimately, businesses suffer. This is basic economics. When businesses suffer, the job market shrinks, and opportunities for workers diminish. But the left would rather ignore the facts and push their socialist agenda. They continue to advocate for policies that sound good in theory, but fail in practice. They claim to care about the working class, but their policies often lead to unintended consequences. Instead of lifting people out of poverty, these policies can trap them in a cycle of dependency. But their policies are actually hurting the very people they claim to help. It's time to look at the facts and understand the real impact of raising the minimum wage. Inflation is another major factor contributing to the demise of restaurants like On the Border. Under the previous administration, we've seen prices skyrocket on everything from groceries to gasoline. People are feeling the pinch, and they're cutting back on discretionary spending, including dining out. This isn't just about restaurants, it's about the erosion of our freedoms. When the government devalues our currency through reckless spending and inflationary policies, it steals our purchasing power and limits our choices. The bankruptcy of On the Border is a cautionary tale. This once thriving restaurant chain, known for its vibrant atmosphere and delicious Tex-Mex cuisine, has now become a symbol of what can go wrong when external forces disrupt the delicate balance of the free market. It's a stark reminder of what happens when the government interferes in the free market. Policies that may seem beneficial on the surface can have unintended consequences that ripple through the economy, affecting businesses and livelihoods. It's a recipe for disaster, and unfortunately, On the Border is just one of many restaurants feeling the heat. Chefs and staff are under immense pressure, trying to keep up with changing regulations and dwindling customer numbers. We need to wake up and realize that the policies being enacted today will have long-term consequences. Business owners are gathering, discussing how to navigate these turbulent times, but the uncertainty is palpable. We need to demand better from our elected officials. The voices of the community are growing louder, calling for transparency and accountability in governance. We need to fight for economic freedom and an end to government overreach. Rallies and protests are becoming more frequent as people unite to protect their right to operate businesses without excessive interference. The future of American dining, and indeed the American dream, depends on it. The bustling dining rooms we once took for granted are at stake, and it's up to us to ensure they remain a vibrant part of our communities. And now, a quick word from our sponsor. If you're looking to take control of your financial future, check out VIPTradingSystem.com. It's the world's #1 AI-powered trading tool that tells you when to buy and sell on all trading markets, boasting an impressive 93% win rate. Click the link in the description or visit the site directly at viptradingsystem.com to get started for only $1. Don't miss out on this opportunity to elevate your trading game.